Alright guys, what's up? So today we're going to be taking a look at this funny video with Anisa, who you guys might know as Idubbz Wife. That's pretty much her only claim to fame. She's also like an OF model and a content creator in her own right, and she does her own line of work, you could say, but for the most part, she's known as the girl who ended up, becoming Idubbz's caretaker, boss, manager, whatever you want to call the situation. And it's quite funny because a lot of people can basically say this is the girl that ruined Idubbz as we know him today.
If you can. I just want to ask him if you've always been shitting your pants.
No.
Because since I've known you, you've always had, like, IBS. You've always been shitting yourself.
Yeah, well.
And she ended up going on Twitter, or she ended up streaming, and basically going on a outrage and being upset that commentary channels, specifically BowBlax, I'm pretty sure, made all these videos calling her and Idubbz out on the creator clash situation that a lot of people basically concluded was a huge scam. Everybody was upset. None of the money went to charity. Of course, all the big famous celebrity boxers got paid. But so we're going to be looking at this funny situation, laughing together, and you guys are always going to let me know what you think down below. So the first video we're going to be looking and laughing at is by this guy Comment Copped on X. So let's just dive right in, skip all the nonsense.
Commentary YouTubers have no idea what it is to work a normal job, let alone put on a whole event, okay?
Now, mind you, this chick, before she ended up going famous, all she did was work at a Dairy Queen. So, I mean, like anyone else in the world, she's worked a normal 9 to 5 one time, and she assumes that she's like the professor of work. She knows what real work is and, what she does now, which is create events that failed miserably and lose millions of dollars and adult content on OF. Apparently now she is the bearer of bad news for you because you don't know what real work is, Mr. Commentator, guys. Now, as someone who is a commentary channel, I'm a bit of a drama farmer myself. I find this situation funny. I work, in a retail store environment right now. I've been working here for like 3 years. I would love to quit one day and create content full time. But as of now, I am doing this, which is why a lot of my videos come out a little late. But that's a whole nother story. Regardless of that, I worked in, a restaurant for 3 years before I do what I do now. So to consider, all commentary channels and whatnot have never worked a real job in your life when you only have, maybe a few months, maybe a year experience at a ice cream shop where you probably don't have to do much except run a register and maybe throw a little vanilla topping on a little cone in the back. It's quite ironic to do that. Again, going back to the main thing, that this event that you are so-called the big head honcho of, that you are so confident and proud of running, failed miserably, losing millions of dollars, causing you and Idubbz to essentially be canceled for the 40th time, completely destroying any reputation, probably a chance of another creator clash.
You have no clue. You fuckers that are looking at this right now, I know that you would fucking cry if I said something to you in real life. I know you would cry. How do I know? Because I've done it to one of you fuckers in real life, and you have cried. Ian keeps me...
Now, this is another, funny situation, because I'm pretty sure she's twisting a situation where another creator said something about her in a video, and then they ended up basically meeting her in person and seeing her face to face, and she was like, hey, dude, that wasn't cool. And he said oh, sorry, I didn't mean it.
At the walkout, Ian looked right at me, and I was chanting Free Froggy. It was pretty cool.
Now I'd like to bring it all back full circle. At the beginning of the video, Implement and I had made pro FroggyFresh signs, one of which made its way down to the floor of the Creator Clash Arena. YouTuber RustyCage took a photo of the signs and posted it to Twitter with the caption, "Uh-oh," and was subsequently confronted by Anisa. Let's hear that story from him.
I paid money, I'm on the floor seats, and I see some shenanigans going down. I take a photo of it. It's just people holding up a sign. It said Froggy did nothing wrong.
Seemingly innocuous.
Yeah, right. I go to this like after event, and Anisa comes up to me. She comes up and says, "That tweet was really not cool," and I just apologized. I felt kind of like a bitch. I was like, "Why the fuck did I apologize? What am I apologizing for? I don't even know this person." That's really not cool. Honestly, Anisa, it was very cool.
And now, for context on that situation, FroggyFresh is a content creator as well who was going to be a part of Creator Clash 2, and he got banned from Creator Clash. I want to say it's due to him saying a joke towards Idubbz about Anisa making an OF to, sell adult content, as well as wanting to train with Sam Hyde. Again, I could be wrong. I didn't follow all that drama, but I'm kind of glad I didn't, because I'm kind of sane from not having to hear more about this Anisa chick. But if I'm wrong, you can let me know, but I'm pretty sure that's the entire situation. Which isn't like crying. That's just how a normal human would react. If you say things and do things online, of course, we have the protection of the internet and everything is so amplified and boosted. Like the people that I, air quotes, hate or dislike on the internet, if I met them in real life, they're probably cool people. And so it's a similar situation. Like just because someone calls you like a doofus or they make fun of you online, it doesn't mean that when they see you in person, like they're also going to make fun of you. Like, I'm sure you're a decent human being, Anisa. Same with Idubbz, same with all these other creators. Like, I'm sure you guys are great, decent people outside of the internet, but just the way you present yourselves and the things that you do make people not really like you. And so this guy, he doesn't really like you, but, face to face with you, out of respect, being a gentleman, you could say, despite him making content kind of like shredding you, he said, "Hey, like, sorry, I didn't want to offend you. If you take it personally, okay, whatever." And that's just kind of how the situation goes. If I made a video or like I guess you could say a hit piece on someone, and then I see them face to face and they're like, "Hey dude, like, I didn't really like that video," I'd be like, "You know what? Like, sorry, like, I'm not going to delete it, but it's just content creation." Like, if you're on the internet, if you are a content creator, especially someone at Anisa's level, Idubbz level, where you have millions of eyes on you, like, you should be able to just kind of take it, take the punches. Of course, you shouldn't be harassed, doxxed, get threats and things like that, but to just someone like make a off comment or a snarky little comment towards you shouldn't cause you to cry about it and go up to them and be like, "Hey, you hurt my feelings."
This is the truth, okay? Ian keeps me on a leash, okay? And I'm okay with that because I need to be on a leash. I need to be on a leash, a tight leash, to be honest, because I am unhinged.
And yeah, I think we can all kind of agree on that part. You are a little unhinged. You're off your rocker a bit. I mean, just in this video alone, like, you're kind of looking like a little boy from the 70s or 80s. I don't know what's happening in this video. I don't know why out of all the time that you could have released like a response, you waited years, maybe a year to talk about this Creator Clash thing, and then come on here to just complain about commentary channels and flick people off and say you have never worked a real job in your life, which is quite ironic because you've only ever worked at a Dairy Queen before meeting Idubbz and essentially becoming an internet personality.
I feel like more people hate me than Onison. And maybe it's because I'm in it, like I'm seeing it, but that's what it feels like. It feels like I quit college to become the most hated person on YouTube.
And now again, that's kind of insane. I mean, Onison, since his inception, was always a very trivial character. And then near the end of his character arc, didn't he like end up being a alleged groomer, and like Chris Hansen had to do something with him and all kinds of awful things happened? I don't really know if you would want to compare yourself to Onison, which, I mean, you guys are both disliked in your own regards. You're just disliked because you're like an insufferable person. Onison's like an actual criminal. So to compare yourself to him is quite insane. And there's plenty of other unlikable personalities on YouTube who have like ruined their reputation through the years, like Boogie, Keemstar. So to just go straight to Onison, who hasn't been relevant in like 2 years, is pretty nutty. I mean, even just now, you're seeing, personalities get, kind of bullied and dunked on, like the Web of Shadow guys or whoever the Praise of Shadows guy is that tried to make the hit piece on Wendigoon. Like, why don't you just compare yourself to that guy? It's such an insane thing. Like, that'd be like me if someone's upset at me and I'm like, you guys, I feel so terrible. You guys are making me the next EDP 445. Like, bro, what? Like, why would I ever make a connection to myself to an alleged cupcake enjoyer? Before we wrap up today's video, here's another small snippet. This one uploaded by BowBlax, where he talks about how Anisa's upset that someone's lawyer decided to use BowBlax's video that kind of goes into depth on the money, the numbers, the financial elements of the creator clash situation. And she's upset that, you know, the lawyer is using a commentary video for this point, which if you look at it from like a professional point of view, the BowBlax video goes more into like breaking down the numbers and the payments and how many tickets got sold and how many seats were filled and how much each fighter was paid and the fighting fees and the training fees. And it's a lot more than just like, let's say someone looked at a Turkey Tom video and was like, well, all right, you're locked up now. It actually dives into the actual metrics and numbers from a professional and financial point of view that provides a lot of insight that could be used in a court of law.
But we explain this in the Patreon podcast. This person's lawyer, the shakedown lawyer, used a commentary video, okay, that insinuated, I have to be very careful with my words here because this person will say technically they didn't say that, insinuated that we pocketed money. When we were being threatened to be sued, they used the BowBlax video as like proof. Insinuated that we didn't actually lose money, okay? Insinuated that it only costs $100,000 to run an event like this, which is not true, okay? This is in the millions. This event costs in the millions to run. I'm not kidding. It's fucked up, okay? And that all is our responsibility. We took that on because we wanted to do something fun and cool and good for charity and whatever. It is a very expensive event to run. There's a lot that goes on, okay? It's a huge thing. It's a 20,000 seat arena. Anyways, the lawyer used the YouTube video to say that this was proof that we were pocketing money. So the point that I was making with that clip that got taken out of context again, or like he just didn't understand what I was saying, is that we were in a shakedown lawsuit, and part of the reason why they thought that they could bark up our tree was because commentary YouTubers.
And yeah, you can kind of see right there at the end of that clip how it turned into that first video that I showed you, which was kind of memed on. They took the part where she flicks the screen off and edited into it a bunch of times and added some like video game music to the background. But regardless, just me looking at this, Anisa really makes me look like I'm like one of the best freaking commentary channels around. I mean, the chick doesn't even have like a pop filter on her mic, so all you hear is like of her like spitting and putting her pee in your face. All right, now regardless, again, she kind of like tries to make these funny little analogies and like barking up the wrong tree, blah blah blah, but she can't like get it out, and it's super funny to actually watch her try to explain and just kind of go back to the same points over and over and over. And she doesn't really elaborate on why she feels like commentary channels aren't in the correct. I mean, people in the commentary community have gone through so many lengths and so much detail to kind of break down these events and interviewed people and reached out to people involved with the events and done so much more than, you know, Anisa here, who dropped her 4-minute, you know, clip. Of course, is probably longer on her podcast, but she spent 4 minutes to just kind of say, you're wrong, and that's just about it for today's video, guys. Anisa Jomha, Idubbz's caretaker, pretty much just went on a rampage on whatever type of podcast streaming platform she uses these days. Who knows how many viewers it was for, but it ended up on Twitter for us all to be amused by and get a good chuckle out of. Reminder that if you work a normal job, you're never going to account to being Anisa. You're never going to be able to run your own failed event as horrible as Creator Clash. You know, maybe she can give Tana Mojo some advice, because we all remember how TanaCon went. So maybe they can collab one day and get a creator clash X TanaCon where they both just fail miserably and lose millions and millions. And then if us commentators make a video on it, she can also cry about that as well, because it would be funny. It'd be a good laugh. Everybody would have a great time. But regardless, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you are not already, please subscribe, please like or dislike, leave a mean comment. I love it all. I hope to see you guys in the next one, and I hope that's real soon. Peace out.